Komaru finds a this is cursed. Komaru finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. This awakens something inside of Makoto. So there was a brother complex, and now there's a sister complex. You don't love to see that. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Ascent. Toon Link Dave and your United States Aviator. Welcome to another phenomenal, fantastic, and all-around excellent episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And I bet you're wondering, what are we doing here today? What is this episode set up here today? Well, let me tell you what these 26 characters are here to do. First of all, can we just like take a step back and appreciate during E3 we actually got some new Danganronpa news, the Danganronpa S, which I will definitely be playing almost, I don't want to say the day when it comes out, but expect whenever that comes out, I'm gonna be there for it, and I'm gonna be ready for it, and it's gonna be, because I'm excited for it. You guys know I loved Ultra Talent Development Plan, so I'm coming back for that. We might even do streams for that, because that was a stream series, believe it or not. Back when I had the time and energy, when I simply do not have the time. But maybe one day I will again. But for right now, that's the future. And I'm just still really excited about that. But for the now, we've got 26 competitors. It is a celebration of those who love to stay home, who embrace being home. And so today we have the 26 characters who I was like, you know what, you probably enjoy being at home. And we'll start at the top. We have Makoto and Chihiro. Hifumi, if that man's didn't have to leave his room, he might not, along with Toko. Hiro is also here with Chiaki, who's probably got games for ages in her room. Mikan is here, who just, wouldn't really love to experience all the people. And we have Teru, who might like to go out, but let me tell you, if he's got a good kitchen, that man isn't leaving the kitchen. Nekomaru is here, and I bet you're wondering, but he'd be out and about training teams. Well, obviously he can do all sorts of team training at home too. He could train esports teams in District 5. Komaru, clearly she's gonna love being at home. Jotaro and Monica. We have Taichi, Kaede, as long as she's got a piano, she will be a-okay. Gonta is a weird entry here because his home would more than likely be an open forest. I think that would be what he calls home, so that would be his place to be. He loves that. Bugs aplenty there too. With Himiko, District 9 we have Kibo, and Maki, District 10 we have Ryoma, whose home is jail. Maybe wouldn't like to stay there, but you know what? He's still got a ways to go. With Shirichi, Daisaku's home would be some sort of barn, some sort of farm. I low-key might like to spend some time on a barn or a farm. With Kizakura, Mitarai, canonically, with Seiko, Miss Maya, and Azuru round off our pack of 26, and one of them, if not more, will head on to the championship match through winning or through secret achievements. And something else. Oh yeah, the Retribution match. That's the other thing. That's not what I was gonna say, but some people will go to the Retribution match. We'll see how many soon when we roll the die. But more importantly, it is the 17th of June, which means you only have 3 more days until OC submissions close. So go ahead. The link is in the description. I'll probably make some other community post about it saying, this is the last weekend, make sure you get them in. Make sure you get them in. Go ahead and try and get them in. If you don't, if you can't buy this, it's okay. But if you can, and you want them to join the action, fight for Ken's OC championship, then get in there. Because the time is almost upon us. But with that announcement out of the way, I think it's time that we get down to business. Leave the comments first, second, and third. Because it's been a really busy week. With all the extra recording for Your Turn to Die, because I was like, I really wanted to finish that. I really wanted to finish that. I didn't want to leave that hanging, because I could have left that hanging for like another week and a half, but I was like, let's get to that. I'm glad I did. It's time to get going. First, second, and third. Leave your comments. Because they could be fantastic like this one, and this one. And they could be comments a part of the community that is 4,500 plus strong. So leave your comments. And while you do that, I'm not going to make my picks yet because Nekomaru is technically here, so you do know what we have to do. I'm not going to dilly, and I shan't dally, but I will click on this and say that in 3, 2, 1. Mew might be in this match too. She might. Let's find if she is. As we spin this wheel, will chaos reign? Nekomaru has been here. He has been a true champion. However, could today be the end of his reign? It will not. But barely. We've seen closer wheels, but you know what? For a hot second I was like, it could be, but then it slowed down and it was not. Which means we're just chilling today. And I can make some normal picks. Give me, who I want for first? Who I want going on to that finale? Give me Mitarai for first. Good old Mitarai. I think he needs a win, and I think today's his day. Give that man to win. That's what I want. Out of everyone here, that's who I want the most. Give me... Good question. Give me Himiko for second. She's been quiet for a hot minute. And maybe Gonta for third. I think those are my top 3. Just for this game? Yeah. Give me Mitarai, Himiko, and Gonta. And on that note, I think we're all set. I can calm this music down. And you do know what it is time for. Go ahead and hit it. Yo. No freaking... Even on the back it's the... It's a 64 pack of crayons. Oh, it even smells like, and on the back it's got the crayon sharpener. Can I see it? Can I see it has fantastic colors like, holding that upside down, like blue violet and periwinkle, like the cat from Blue's Clues, and like, and even scarlet. Oh, you know what it's time for. I'm about to... You're gonna have to excuse me for a second. I've got some fantastic artistry to do. What do you want me to draw? In fact, you think of something. I'll draw it, and we'll see if we're on the same wavelength. You ready? Let's do it. Yeah, some of this. That's some good green in there, too. It's just green, actually. I don't know how I pulled out just green in the pack of 64. Give me this one, too. Things down there as well. Start by going up there. Give me... Ew. Raw sienna. I do love the sound of that. Some of that right there. Fill that in. And then 2, and then a happy face. I do love the happy face right there. That is a fantastic addition. Oh, maybe I could draw a Monokuma eye. Where's the... Is this red? Is this regular red? This is regular red. We love to see that. Alright, give me one of those, and then it goes up and down, and then right there. Hopefully I didn't spoil what I'm drawing right now. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And now I need to do a little bit of artistic filling in there. Where's my red again? Fill in the eye. Okay. Oh, Tickle Me Pink. This is still in here? That's a throwback. Y'all don't know nothing about Tickle Me Pink. I do believe I am ready to show you my artistry. Hopefully, you and I have the same. On the count of 3, I will do the big reveal of what my art will be. And, a 1, a 2, a 3, I drew. Where's my picture? I drew a spectacular doggo. and I drew Monokuma walking a spectacular doggo on a lovely summer evening at sunset. I can never reproduce that fantastic artist. Gosh darn it, Asmir. Let's see how many people are going to the retribution match. It was a really good picture. Okay. That's one. Singles retribution match is only getting one person, which means we are in for a true fight. And it's a big fight feel as we scroll up and resimulate just one time. 26 competitors, so it's not going to be a long one, but we have to proceed to see it happen. And as we do so, the tributes are on their podiums. And the horns, the horn bearers, I know you guys are having a fantastic time this season. If you could please assist me by sounding the horns. Excellent. Kaede runs away from the cornucopia. Nekomaru, Hifumi, and Maki work together to get as many supplies as possible. That's some squad teamwork, and Hifumi's right there in the middle. You'll love to see it. Gonta arrives at the arena, his memory is completely wiped. The sole thing he can remember is his name, just Gonta. Monica snatches a bottle of alcohol in a rag. Komaru runs away from the cornucopia, as does Jotaro. Seiko arrives at the arena, her memory is completely wiped. The sole thing she can remember is her name. Mitarai runs away with a lighter and some rope. Daisaku and Taichi engage in a brutal, bare-knuckled brawl, and it's one of the most vicious fights of their lives, with each bone-shattering punch threatening to kill. After hours of exchanging blows, it finally ends when Taichi snaps Daisaku's neck. Daisaku, one of these days, you're gonna catch a break. It's not today, but one of these days you will catch a break. You hate to see it. Chihiro scares Kizukura away from the cornucopia. Hiro sets Shuichi on fire with a Molotov. Shuichi, one of these days you're gonna catch a break too. Today is not that day. Izuru runs away from the cornucopia. Teru grabs as many weapons as possible, as humanly possible. Ryoma runs away from the cornucopia. Mikon strangles Chiaki after engaging in a fist fight. Rest in peace to the former champ. A sudden urge of dread overcomes Toko as they notice Maya staring at her. Himiko grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Kibo runs away from the cornucopia, and so does Makoto as we go on to day one. As Himiko spins so fast. Is it through the use of magic? I don't know. But she does so fast that she becomes a human Beyblade. Mitarai reminisces about Season 2. Izuru does a sick kick flip. Oh, it is sick! And you love to see it. Ryoma creates his own superhero identity and enlists Jotaro as his sidekick. Kaede plays patty cake with Hiro. Toko and Mikon talk about their lives. Komaru smells a rat. I thought that the Komodo dragons are supposed to be taking care of those, but I haven't seen the Komodo dragons in a hot second. I haven't seen them in a hot second. Which is good. I haven't seen them in a hot second. Excellent. Makoto plants flowers around his campsite. Maya discovers a cave. Seiko is theorizing how best to counter Avi's jinxing. You've done it in the past! You're a 3-time tag team champion! Kizukura and Chihiro make a list of chores for Monica to complete. Gonta is excited, so excited about the super weapon that will take over the arena that he wrote a song about it. Taichi eats dirt. Delicious! Nakamura wakes up dead. The champ is gone. If this were a championship match, if chaos did reign, it would be a new champ alert! As Teru and Hifumi play cards, Hifumi loses all of his life points and is killed for it. You hate to see that. Me, Avi, the ultimate jinx, comments on how well Maki's doing. Maki, me and you, we go way back. Kiba watches as Maki accepts her fate and walks off of a cliff. Maybe we go too far way back if she knows that me picking her as a pick means that she should just walk off of a cliff and that she's not gonna win. See, me and Maki really do go way back. We'll proceed. We lost 6 of the 26, which means only 20 remain. So after this, Claire de Lune 4, Daisaku, Shuichi, Chiaki, Nekomaru, Hifumi, Maki. And that leaves us with just 20. Makoto, Chihiro, Toko, Hiro, Mikon, Teru, Komaru, Jotaro, Monica, Taichi, Kaede, Gonta, Himiko, Kibo, Ryoma, Kizakura, Mitarai, Seiko, Maya, and Azuru. 10 more until your saving grace picks. All 3 of my picks, surprisingly, still in. And they will be until the very end. That's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. I promise you. I guarantee it. And the only way to prove that is to proceed. The second I click proceed, Mitarai, Himiko, Gonta completely safe. Watch this. Komaru and Azuru have a pose-off. Azuru wins at the start of night 1. Maya is killed by Himiko before she can go to the planned meeting that she has with Hiro. Exactly. Himiko took her out. Because she's safe. She's so safe. She's so safe until the final 3. She knows she's gonna get there now. Mikan, Teruteru, Ryoma, and Toko make shadow puppets over the campfire. Everyone is so much better at it than Toko that she starts to get jealous. Despite Monika's desperate begging, Kizakura decides to leave her campsite. Taichi missed their plans they had with Gonta and now has a sad feeling in his chest because Gonta's safe. So safe that Makoto snuggles with Mitarai because he's safe too. Seiko slashes at Kibo's eyes. Kibo's now blind. You damaged his eyes circuits. Chihiro exploits Jotaro's kindness and has him do various humiliating tasks for him. Kaede stood in the ashes of a trillion dead souls and asked the ghosts if honor matters. The silence was their answer. As we proceed, are you ready to proceed? I hope you are. Because it's day 2, and Kizakura feigns death, tricking Makoto into ignoring him. Gonta feels that there's a duck watching him somewhere. Somehow, Monika confides in Himiko. Azuru tries to find every Monokuma on the school grounds. Taichi sets up an ice cream shack, but nobody comes. Kaede impales Seiko with a machete. You can't counteract my jinx if you don't stay until I can pick you. Toko and Ryoma insult each other relentlessly after getting into a bloody fight. Mikan gets her hand stuck in a can of Pringles. Mitarai bashes Hiro's head in with a mace. Hiro, I thought that your hair would stop the blow, but Mitarai, he's doing work. Because he knows he's safe. Chihiro sees smoke rise in the distance and decides not to investigate. Teruteru steals from Jotaro while he isn't looking. Kibo embraces the power of positivity. Yes, Kibo. Yes, you do that. And Komaru decides to lend Avi a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. They are already diminished, Komaru. But thank you so much. You love to see that as we proceed. We lost. More as tributes gather to Lost Holiday Mansion to celebrate the summer holidays. More. Himiko, still safe, and Azuru watch the fireworks together. Mitarai and Taichi chill on the beach side behind the mansion. Toko gets jealous and tosses Taichi into shark-infested waters, but Mitarai, he's okay. Mikan and Monika watch the fireworks together. Teruteru ties Ryoma to a huge fireworks rocket and watches with delight as he explodes in the sky. Kaede is scared to death of fireworks, but actually scared to death. Rest in peace. Kibo and Makoto hang up Christmas decor for Christmas in July, which I'll allow actually. Gonta ties Chihiro to a huge firework and watches with delight as he explodes in the sky. My picks are all still in. I'm shocked. Kizakura and Komaru watch the fireworks together, and Jotaro waves around a big old American flag. We lost 7 instead, which means there are 13 remaining. It would be delightful if all of my picks made it to the saving grace picks, but knowing my luck, they could all 3 perish before then. So I'm not out of the woods yet. But instead of being out of the woods, these players have found themselves out of the game, and it's a Claire de Lune for Maya, Seiko, Hiro, Taichi, Ryoma, Kaede, Chihiro. 13. And they consist of Makoto, Toko, Mikan, Teruteru, Komaru, Jotaro, Monika, Gonta, Himiko, Kibo, Kizakura, Mitarai, and Azuru. All 3 of my picks, shockingly enough, still in. Will that change before saving grace picks? Probably. Am I going to say that they're not going to get out? You're dang right. I already told you they're not getting out because they're going to be the final 3, and I already told you that that's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. And I'm sorry for spoiling you, I really am. I'm really sorry for spoiling you like that, but I have to proceed because right now you still don't believe me. For some reason, you still think that my word is false. That's funny. Let's proceed. And you will see. Night 2. Komaru finds a- This is cursed! Komaru finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. This awakens something inside of Makoto. So there was a brother complex, and now there's a sister complex. You don't love to see that. Mitsurai Runas is about the year of the aviator. Himiko catches Kibo with a giant box of comically placed banana peels. Teruteru and Gonta sing some show tunes together. Monica spends the night setting traps to keep Jotaro and Izuru out of her camp. Mikan challenges Toko to a dance-off. Toko loses as Mikan absolutely dominates. Kizakura finds a big red button and presses it immediately, as if he were drawn to the glowing red light. Fortunately, the button does nothing. Nobody perished, but as we go on to proceed, do we get a feast or do we just get day 3? We do. Makoto sees a completely pale Monica washed ashore, unmoving. Makoto revives her with CPR, but doesn't stop when Monica regains consciousness. Komaru, Mikan, Mitsurai, and Kizakura swim in a magical lake hidden deep beneath the arena, whose mystical waters turn them all into chibi forms of themselves. Magic doesn't always have to be useful, but hey, it sure is cute. Himiko throws sand into the eyes of my other pick, Gonta. Y'all need to get along for just a hot second. Teruteru, Jotaro, Kibo all do the torture dance while torturing Izuru, and Toko goes hunting. We didn't lose a single soul, which worries me as we proceed to night 3. Himiko buys a deed to a house. Now she can have parties every week, baby. Toko spent all of her luck points, her perk points, maxing out luck actually. Makoto challenges Komaru to a dance-off. Makoto absolutely dominates. Who would've thunk? Izuru gets a sound of AV soundboard. However, before we can use it, I can't have you do this game. He gets caught by AV, and you're disqualified, Izuru, because it's my soundboard. I can't let you do that while my home is... Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, double gosh darn it! Kibo cuddles up against Kizakura. Mikan, Jotaro, Teruteru, and Gonta sit around the campfire and share spooky stories. Suddenly, they hear some weird noises coming out of the forest. Gonta goes to check it out and never returns. Mitsurai finds a stereo and presses play. Unfortunately, those sick beats are his execution music, and he dies horribly. And Monica receives medical supply from an unknown sponsor. We lost 2 of my 3 picks, but that's fine as we proceed. Okay. It's the feast, but Himiko's still alive, so you know what? I can still be 1/3 right. The cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Kizakura kills Teruteru as he tries to run. Himiko convinces Toko not to kill her, only to kill her instead, so Toko has perished. Makoto's like, no, I'm not going. Monica, no way, you found a lucky 4-leaf clover, it matches your hair, go and put it in there. Lucky Monica, you love to see that. Komaru, Kibo, and Jotaro confront each other, but they grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict, and Mikan finds some AV-shaped popsicles inside of the cornucopia. It's like those SpongeBob popsicles that were back in the day. I think they still probably make them. Instead, they look like me. They're like, hey, you love to see that. We'll proceed now, and we see that we still have day 4 to get through. Really? I guess we do. You're dang right. Komaru receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Jotaro goes hunting. Kibo wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else's hope. Himiko sits down next to Kibo and has a talk with him. Mikan makes a slingshot, which would be fitting for tomorrow's. Kizakura falls into a pit and does perish. Monica goes nya nya to annoy Monica. Makoto stabs Monica in the chest. We'll proceed now, and we've lost 7 of the 13 that we needed, bringing us down to just 6. So, after this Claire de Lune 4, Izuru, Gonta, Mitsurai, Teruteru, Toko, Kizakura, Monica. And you know what? I think it's the blind confidence in my picks that I've been missing for a hot second in these games. Himiko's winning this. I'm already gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it's time for your saving grace picks yet. No. Himiko's winning. Mikan's coming in second. And Makoto's coming in third. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. You might not believe it, but I know it. You might want to make some predictions yourself, because you can't make spoilers. That's me. That's me. I do that. But you can make some new picks, because it is time for your saving grace picks. There are just 6 folk remaining, including Makoto. Mikan, Komaru, Jotaro, Himiko, and Kibo. Who will win? I don't know, but you know how to make your saving grace picks. Go into the comments below. Pick first, second, and third, either by commenting on your own comment, editing your own comment, commenting on my comment if for some reason your comments are being goofy. Do whatever you have to do to make your saving grace picks now. I've already made mine, because I already know what's going to happen. Himiko wins. And my other two picks might have been completely wrong, but Himiko wins this. Mikan comes in second. Makoto comes in third. How do I know that? Well, I'm just making a prediction. In fact, no, it's not a prediction. It is a spoiler. Don't forget. Himiko wins. It's the truth. In fact, it's a universal truth. There are three truths. Three universal truths. Three undisputed truths in this world. Death, taxes, and Himiko wins this match right here, right now. And it's not just because Makoto's here, and Mikan's here, and Komaru's here, and Jotaro's here, and Kibo's here with Himiko. And that all of them have the same steel determination as that of a samurai woman. It's that Himiko is going to be the ultimate homebody in this game. Oh, it's true. You know it's true. As we proceed, you already know deep in your heart that Himiko wins this game. You want to know how I know? Because I spoke it into existence. Okay, Jotaro starts a dance party at the start of night 4. Mikan, Kibo, and Himiko join in, and it was a good time was had by all, and Komaru refuses to leave her brother's side. They've interacted a whole bunch this game, if we're being completely honest as we proceed. Day 5, Himiko starts hanging up mistletoe in the arena. Can I change my pick? But I already know that she wins. Komaru swoops in, snaps her arm, and burns the mistletoe. Jotaro tells Makoto to train his elbows. His elbows get so swole that he ends up knocking Jotaro off of a cliff, killing them. Kibo reaches a hatchet from an unknown sponsor, and Mikan tries to sleep the entire day. We just lost one. Which automatically ends Samurai Woman. In fact, I think there's a... Is there an updated? There's not an updated Samurai. There might be an updated Samurai. The new chapter, if you haven't played the new chapter or seen the new chapter of Your Turn to Die, it has a whole bunch of banger hits. I won't lie, but I won't stop and talk about those. I will instead say that it's a terrible turnabout for Jotaro. And we still have many things to go. 5 people remain. No secret achievements have been hit. It's still not impossible for them to hit. But Samurai Woman's over. It's your final 5. It's Makoto, Mikan, Komaru, Himiko, Kibo. And I'll go back once again and say Himiko because I know she's going to win this match. Because they are all now caught in what we like to call in the final 5 a crisis. A fate. Who will win? Himiko. I didn't need to ask you or ask Fate because I know that she wins because it's not a prediction. It's indeed a spoiler. And as we proceed to your spoiler, we see that night 5 starts with Kibo accidentally sticking his hand in the campfire that he made. Makoto is just Komaru's split form given personality. Huh. That's kind of disturbing as Mikan finds some kind of spell book and turns Himiko into an ice sculpture. Himiko dies a slow death as she melts by the roaring campfire. Yeah, I knew Himiko wasn't gonna win. Let's proceed. Komaru and Kibo have a picnic on a cliff. Nothing goes wrong, surprisingly. Mikan reminisces about season 1, and Makoto feels that there's a duck watching him. We just lost the one. The winner, the supposed winner of this game, has suffered some sort of multi-dimensional turnabout, because in my mind, I'm pretty sure she won, but what it may look like here is a terrible turnabout for Himiko. But that's just a glitch. We'll see everybody's statuses. Makoto, Mikan, Komaru, and Kibo all remain. And I already know one of my picks is gonna win. Maybe, but I'm not gonna try and jinx them too hard. I wasn't trying to jinx Himiko. I was gonna be like, let me just pop off for Himiko. I'm just feeling it today. But we're still at your final four. One of these four will win. One of them will go into the singles retribution match. As I turn to that page, because none of them are in it already. Who will win? I don't know. But I will say as we scroll down, as we proceed, it's still a Crisis of Fate. Are you ready? Are you steady? Let's enjoy some spaghetti. I don't think there's a single event in this simulator that has someone on the Discord make a couple spaghetti events, because we do enjoy spaghetti. It is night 6. As Kibo's unknown sponsor is Mikan. Komaru and Makoto become best friends after bonding over. They've been bonding this whole game. This has just been Makoto, Komaru, brother-sister bonding time. Over their shared love of 17th century sea shanties. If a tie happens this game, I hope it's these two. We'll proceed. As day 7 starts, and Mikan plants some trees. Komaru violently shakes the tree to knock loose some fruit. Makoto finds fellow pro tag Shuichi's hat and puts it on, and Kibo receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Will proceed once again because there were no fallen tributes. But we do see here that Kibo, Komaru, and Mikan start fighting, but Komaru runs away as Kibo kills Mikan. She is out of this one as Makoto spent all of his perks maxing out on luck, which means he's going to win this game because he was already maxed out. He was already maxed out. We'll proceed. And we oh my goodness. We will see that Makoto takes Komaru to Suplex City. And Kibo dies of hypothermia. We have an interesting final two, but we have to proceed first to a terrible, terrible turnabout for Mikan, Kibo. And if in the past you have heard me yell, not the Naegis, today it is the Naegis. And one of them will come in on top, and one of them will head on to the singles finale. The other one will head on to the Retribution match because neither of them are in the Retribution match. So I do have to ask you, which Naegi are you pulling for? Which Naegi are you rooting for? Which Naegi will it be? Makoto, Komaru. Makoto has had some of the most iconic victories in this game, in this series. He is a man who is not to be underestimated. You underestimate him, he'll win just like that, and now he's maxed out on luck. Will he get another lucky victory today? Or will it be the woman who has shown up, and showed everyone what she's made of? A 2-time tag team champion with 2 different teams of Steel-Minded Girls, the first ever tag team champions, and Ultra Despair Girls with Genocide Jack just recently. She is also a 2-time singles champion. So what will happen? Whose accolades will top whose? Makoto never held a title, but has had some unforgettable victories in these games. Komaru, who's held all the gold on multiple occasions. For now all of the gold. There might be some new gold coming in very soon, but it's Makoto and it's Komaru. And as we proceed, only one Naegi can come on top. Only one Naegi will prove to be the true victor. And that Naegi, unless it's a tie, will be either Komaru or Makoto. As Makoto finds a laptop, opens the Hunger Games simulator, and sees the event where he dies. True to the simulation, Komaru stabs Makoto. Makoto, you hate to see it, but I can't ever be mad at Komaru. Makoto finds his way to the Retribution match, and I'm certain that if this were actually those two standing, he'd be like, Komaru, please, go in it for yourself, I'll be okay. Komaru wins this one. As we proceed, we'll make it official. And we can see the true winner. Representing District 5, In a match of the Homebody is a woman who was forcibly trapped in something that she was forced to call a home by, well, Junko Enoshima and the Warriors of Hope. She came out on top. She bonded with her brother this whole game and then took him out. Komaru is your winner. Okay. I guess you love to see it. Congratulations to Komaru and for Makoto, and nobody hit a secret achievement today, surprisingly enough. So, let's proceed. Komaru took first, Makoto took second with 2 KOs to his name, and he is now in the Retribution, a matchup, the singles Retribution matchup, and he joins Rantaru, Mahiru, Hifumi, Gonta, Toko, Masaru, Gundam, and Ruruka, in what is sure to be a match for the ages. Will he bring that same luck with him? It ran out today, but might turn out in his favor next time. Kibo in 3rd, Mikon in 4th, Himiko in 5th, Jotaro in 6th, and Monica 7th, Kizakura 8th, Toko in 9th, and Teru rounding off your top 10. It is unfortunate to know that many other people could have joined if we rolled something other than a 1. You do hate to see it, but that's them's the berries, as I've heard once in the past and never again. But apparently it's a real phrase. All the way down to 26, poor Daisaku eventually is gonna have to get himself a win. And poor my boys, my other 2 picks, other than Himiko, immediately perishing right before the saving grace picks. That kind of hurt. It really did, RNG. You didn't have to do that to me. You didn't have to forsake me like that. But I did like the story of Komaru and Makoto vibing this entire game, bonding this entire game, and then Komaru comes out on top. She proves to be the stronger Naegi. And as we proceed, it all started with Daisaku and Taichi brawling it out, ended with Komaru stabbing Makoto, winning for District 5. And that's it. Himiko with 2 KOs, Makoto with 2, and Mikon with 2, and Teru with 2. Everyone else had 1 or less as we go back to the Reaping District 5 with the champ, Nekomaru and the Komaru, the Nekomaru team. I still love that her whole name is just the end of his name. That is the game. And tomorrow, we're in tag team action, and it's going to be a jolly good time because we're using something that's not entirely useful in that game, but I just kind of want to see what happens, what unfolds with it. To be completely honest, that's the only reason why this episode's set up for tomorrow. But, until then, if you have OCs to enter, make sure to enter them because those entries close very, very soon, this Sunday come 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Enter them before then, if you want to join the OC action, because OC action will start shortly after that. And tomorrow's tag team action. And it's almost halfway through the season, isn't it? Because this is week 5. This is week 5. Next week's week 6, and then it's Yeet-Ball, and then we're well on our way to the end of the season. We are getting all the way through June already, if we're being completely honest. That's nuts. That's nuts to me. This year is really flying by, which is crazy. But hey, hopefully you're having a good time. And until then, stay classy, Year of the Ascent, Toon Link Dave, and your United States Aviator taking off. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.